I'd like to show you something from we call it combatives, but a lot of people know it as self-defense. And I'll share why we have these distinctions later. But for this one, for self-defense, if anyone ever shares that self-defense is difficult, tricky, you know, you've got to spend 10 years to practice something to be able to do it, they're misguided themselves, and then they're misguiding you. So to be able to actually defend yourself, you can learn everything you need to learn in a weekend. Yes, you still have to, you know, keep those skills fresh in your mind, but to actually be able to defend yourself, it takes a weekend worth of time in that. So if you went and did a full weekend workshop, you should have all the skills you need and tools to be able to defend yourself if you keep refreshing it. Okay? That doesn't mean to say that you can't progress and be better and expand on it, but at a base level, to be able to defend yourself, it has to be simple. You have to be able to come into a class, and whatever you get taught in that class, you have to be able to pretty much use straight away. Okay? Anything that requires a year or 10 years of practice, in Phoenix Arts we call that art defense. Okay? That is something that requires a mastery level so that you can implement it. It's not going to help you right now. We want you to be alive for those 10 years before, you know, you're going to be able to use it. So we teach you this content that you can use straight away. So if anyone tries to sell you that self-defense is hard to learn and that kind of thing, it's the only difficulty in learning self-defense is more of the mental and physical adjustments you'd have to make, as opposed to you're going to have to learn this for the next year before you can use it effectively. That's no good for you. Okay, so I'm going to teach you stuff that you can use straight away. All right, and then variations come off of this, but here's just some movements you can start with straight away. Your palm thrusts are very strong. If you have your hands here and you thrust outwards, it doesn't matter if you're in a fight or flight situation. You can always bring your hands up here and you can always thrust forward. You can always throw your whole body weight forward. And if you throw the whole body weight forward into someone's head, okay, the head's not designed to take, let's say you weigh more than 50 kilos, but you're going to apply 50 kilos, the head can't take 50 kilos of force thrown at it like that. Okay, so you're going to take both hands and you're going to just shove them very hard with your whole body at the head. Okay, and later down the track you can add fingers and stuff like that. So you're just going to step forward and you're going to shove both hands. Okay, and you're going to move it back. Now the next one we're going to do is we're going to keep that there, and you're going to bring your hand back, and you can make a fist or you can keep it open, whatever you like to do, and you're going to step forward and you're going to swing down. Okay, so if the head's gone straight back, you're going to come down on the nose or the jaw. If you've struck and the head's gone slightly sideways, you'll come down on the side of the head. Okay, and you don't have to worry about aiming either. Just basically hit wherever you don't want to be hit is a good starting thing. So I'm going to take both my hands, I'm going to thrust up. I'm going to bring one hand back, and I've decided to do my backhand, and you're going to swing down, and then you're going to use this leg. Now, depending on how close you are and where they are and what you want to do, you can either do a knee or you can do a leg swing. And a leg swing is just this. Lift your knee up and stomp it down. You would stomp in such a way that you look after your ankle, right? So that is how you would raise your foot. So you want to keep it nice and secure. If you jump up and down, how you've got the structure of your foot is how you're going to raise it. So either you're going to hit with the top of the foot, this area here, the ball of the foot, or if you've got shoes on, great, you got the shoes, or you're going to use the blade of the foot and come up right between the legs. So there's this like a capital A, or an arrow, and you're going to bring your shin up right between the legs. So from here, we're going to press forward, pull one back, hammer, and then I'm going to do a leg swing. Go the other way. And it doesn't matter what side you do, because it's just take a step forward, and then the backhand is going to swing down, and then swing. Okay, I can swap sides. You don't have to worry about left and right in self-defense either. So I press forward, I'm going to use my backhand, swing down, back leg comes up. James, what happens if I do a step forward with the swing? You can definitely do that. So you always do whatever you need to do to get to wherever you need to go. Okay, and we call that secret stepping. So from here, I might do this, and then I can take a step forward, and then I can take a swing. Or I might do this one. From here, I can then shuffle, and then maybe I want to take another step forward. And then this time I'm going to do a knee. Okay, so just with those 3 moves, you can start creating a whole lot of variations, and you would basically do whatever you need to do at that time. So this is a very simplified breakdown of how we start to deliver self-defense, but it's meant to be that simple. So you just take both hands, and you want to use this part ideally. Both hands thrust to the head. If you're going to use a hammer, you want to use this part and the edge of your arm. If you've got an open hand, make sure that your fingers are closed so they don't concertine. And you want to use the meaty part here, the edge. You can use your fingers if you really had to, but I like to try and avoid that altogether. So meaty part and the edge. And so that way when you bring this hammer down, you can either hit with your hand or you can hit with your arm, like the edge of a sword. All right, so that is a very quick look at our just one way of applying a simple thrust, a simple swing, and then a leg swing, okay? Straight up between the legs. Thank you.